my channel. But we're not going to go pointing this in his face like a couple of jackholes. However, there's a lot of garbage here that blows in all over the place. It just all comes in. It blows in from the stream that comes through there, blows up over the top of that, all ends up down here. I got permission to clean that up and put it in a bag and use the dumpster to toss it. Them fellers down there that have a homeless camp that are...
They have like 30-mile-per-hour wind too. A lot of this gets blown this way because this isn't where it exists.
Yup.
So it's not just like people littering here, it's just a place that it collects because the wind blows.
Yeah, it's a circular enclave, and it's got some trees breaking over just to the right-hand side, so it does collect.
So
here.
anything that drops from the gas station, somebody in there getting in
You
their
see
car.
how big that piece of plastic is? That was blown over that rail up there, down to here.
Hey,
So, all right. Here's the situation as far as you guys might be wondering about the title of this video. Cleaning up Hood River and the Queen's support. No, the Queen of England probably doesn't give two shits about Hood River, Oregon, and probably doesn't know it exists, but it's because there's two different things going on at once. One, that feller here in town, and I'm not going to tell you his name, but everybody knows him because he does clean up. That's the feller in the wheelchair. Now there's...
Yeah, the first day I was here,
the garbage
he
here.
got thrown out of the Safeway parking lot. And the cop sat there and argued with him, and he's like, "Rudy, do you want to go to jail?" You're like, "No." He's like, "They trespassed you." And it was all because a lady who actually had a job flipped out on the cops there and fucking went to a loony bin. She stole 3 pieces of jewelry off me too in the process. That I made spend 9 hours on and got fucking no pay for. I got $20 for one of them. She was supposed to give me just 60, but she said she was going to give me 200 on a ride out of here. Instead, I got my necklaces stolen and set up by a pedophile. So,
Isn't that fun?
that's the way to treat a traveler coming through because I'm poor. They wouldn't do that to a rich man.
Oh, now you're stuck here. Well, I guess not entirely, but it's
just
I gotta
like,
admit, it's nicer here than most places.
It's just like Mark Zuckerberg and the rest of these nerds controlling what we say. They wouldn't tell us to shut up in person. So, I don't know. I'll spend as much time as I want in Facebook jail. Mark Zuckerberg's mom makes a great pie and she sucks a great dick.
Some people's kids. All right, so we're going to get back to the subject at hand. And what is that subject? The Queen of England support. All right, how much, with all of these child molesters here in the United States, all covering each other's backsides, what are we dealing with? Well, all right, my right is here.
President sniffs children inappropriately.
We have the Queen.
I'm just going to throw that out there.
All right, hold up. All right, the Queen of England, with all of these pedophiles here in the United States supporting each other. And then we have, of course, a prince in England who is definitely in on some stuff that he ought not have been anywhere close to. Did the Queen of England try to protect that man? No, she didn't, actually. I'm sure she's as disgusted by American courts as we are. She could have allowed him to keep his diplomatic immunity, and no, she stripped that from him. So, yes, when it comes to the pedophiles in the United States and putting a stop to the pedophilia and the human trafficking in the United States, and we are absolutely certain the Queen of England already knows that, yes, America is the largest trafficker of human beings on the planet. You know what? At least the Queen of England is on our side when it comes to stopping American pedophiles. Because, why?
No, she just
Because the
wants to
police
look
are
that
inept.
way. She still used her money to get her son off. It's just the way.
Well, I don't think that was her son, was it?
The prince?
Wasn't that her brother?
Doesn't that? Oh, was it her brother?
It was her brother, and
Okay.
that's the thing is that no, that isn't it. She definitely. I'm certain in situations like that when you're talking about protecting a
power
family
still
name,
got him
which is
off.
the way to do
She
it.
got to go
Now
out.
that is true, but that is not her fault. That is not her choice.
She got to go
The
out.
thing is, hold up. I know you're going to make an argument of this, but hold up a second. Here's the thing. She's a Queen of England. She is a figurehead. She does not have a whole hell of a lot of power. and rescinding
Yeah,
that.
she is president, like our president. She's
Not
in
even that
charge.
powerful. I mean,
Yeah.
she's less powerful than anyone who is in the House of Commons. I mean, she literally has that little power now, except for when it comes to that whole diplomatic immunity thing with her brother. Yeah, that shit's not gonna happen. You know, she definitely did more in that particular case there, regardless of what her position is. She, even in that position, did more to stop pedophiles and pedophilia in the United States than anyone in America was doing at that point in time.
Oh yeah, they covered this up for years to let it continue.
They didn't cover it up. That's the thing. It's not a fucking cover up. It's not a cover up. Stop saying it's a cover up. You can't call it a cover up. Now, his death, maybe. The rest of it, no.
Well,
We
they
know
covered
that he
up
was a
exactly
pedophile.
How many really rich and powerful people were flying to his island to molest children?
They didn't cover it up. They had to put it in sealed records, and that protects those people and allows them their immunity within the United States, which is their right and their laws, by their laws, because we voted them apparently to these positions and gave them certain immunities and certain allowances for abuse of power and certain allowances by their oaths that mean that they must be more honest than the average American, and therefore we're supposed to trust them. And that's just absurd. The Queen of England, did she or did she not do more about the pedophiles in the United States by taking that away than any of the fucking assholes here?
Apparently, I didn't know this because I only knew about 3, but they killed 4 musicians highly up there. Dave Matthews Band, the lead singer of Soundgarden.
And what category
Audio
do I
Slave.
put that under?
But they not only did they kill him, but they stopped the documentary of human trafficking in America that they were making.
Well, see, that we still have going on here, though. But instead, I'm not Dave Matthews. I don't have that kind of pull. What I do have is a mouth.
Yeah, but yeah.
So
but
I
they
speak
also
out.
killed 2 other people. That what's the
That all falls under conspiracy theory to me. If you can't prove it, it's a conspiracy theory. With the stuff that I'm talking about, it's stuff that's already been proven.
I mean, how far do you have to go with that? Because they all died really short time together.
A lot of
And they
people
were-
died in my situation in a very, very short time
But it
together.
was all stuff that they could.
Some of
literally
them had heart
easily
attacks.
make
Some
it
of them
look-
were shot. Now, I could go ahead and say, oh, that was the CIA or that was the FBI. It's some conspiracy thing. But the fact is, people die every day,
Yeah.
and they're
But
gonna
are they
die.
all looking into human trafficking in
Yes.
America?
Yes, most of us are. That's the thing about most of the witnesses and people that I was speaking with in the situation with Natalie, is that a lot of these people, they're in the know. They know the dealers, they know the human traffickers, and they know that the coordination between drug dealers and human traffickers has to be there. Otherwise, you're not going to get those girls strung out, and if they're not strung out, they're not going to do what you want in exchange for going and getting strung out again.
That's
I mean, there's a whole ownership and property and even a trade service. Here in Oregon, we're at the end of the trail, though. Here in Oregon, it doesn't go much further than Washington State. When they traffic girls from Canada, they come from Canada to the U.S., not usually the other way. We do traffic a lot of women down to the United States, but according to San Diego, their own city government claimed that 30,000 people were human trafficked through San Diego last year alone. 30,000 people. That is not an insignificant number, and that is for one city, one port city out of many.
nobody wanted me at all until now. God damn it, they couldn't leave me alone. They had to human traffic my ass back here.
And that goes into those statistics too.
I was so happy.
Here's the
nobody
thing, the
wanted-
United States may have had slavery recently. Oh, that is a big fucking spider. Look at that. Let's see if we can get it to point it at the spider.
It looks like it's
Big
gonna
and
jump at
fucking
you.
ugly. Motherfucker, I will kick you in your dick.
Ugly motherfucker. You are-
Right spitting image of me. Are you my kid?
It's like, what are y'all doing at my house? Why'd you pick up my rock, you motherfuckers? You woke me up.
Now, of course, when it comes to conspiracy theories, you know what? definitely put the power out there for people to understand, yes, these conspiracy theories may be more than just conspiracies. You know, there's maybe a 1 in 100 chance that things are the way that these conspiracy theories are. There's maybe a 1 in a million
They
chance
stop
that it's
being
the
conspiracy
Illuminati. There
theories
might
when
be
they
a
find
1
the
in
whole
10
pedophile island.
billion or
I
10
don't care
trillion
what
chance
anyone
that it's,
says.
hold up, 1 in 10 trillion that it's aliens. But when it comes to the chances that it's your daddy, yeah, you're talking about what, a 1 in 3 chance that, or no, a 3 out of 4 chance that the person who is molesting you is your dad. I mean, that is significant. That is what we need to focus on. All of these conspiracy theories about fucking aliens and CIA brainwaves. Yeah, sure, it could be. I don't know. You know, I'm not in the CIA. I don't own any brain rays. I'm not friends with any fucking aliens. And so far as I know, the only actual alien life that we've ever had fall out of the sky, according to NASA, is some burnt up and crispy amoeba. That's a single-celled organism that is not likely to do a whole, well, diseases kill people every day, but that's not going to make an alien probe to stick up my rectum. That's not going to friggin' magically make me into some sort of superhuman. I mean, this is just absurd stuff. And, you know, of course, that's what makes it a conspiracy theory, is that it sounds absurd. And that's why we have people who play with words. People who are very good at playing with words. Instead of saying autistic, they say mentally ill and try to infer schizophrenia. Ah, and this is what they do. They try to make something that is a simple human motivation, like your dad's a fucking horny piece of shit when he's smoking on that fucking meth pipe, ain't he? How easy it is it for a 4'8" girl who weighs 98 pounds to fight off a father like that who can't keep his nasty cockbeaters to himself? How is it that we're still pretending like I'm talking about the Illuminati and fucking aliens here? These 1 in a million or 1 in a billion, 1 in a trillion chances when you've got a,
Well, how
what?
about the percentage of chances that if you call for help, that a cop's going to come and may abuse you just because they have a quest for power? I mean,
Well, if you're broke, you're broke. If you're broke, you don't matter. Everybody knows that. If anybody wants to victimize you, they know that you're homeless. Also, because of the conspiracies, although it's not alien conspiracies, it's the way these fucking nut jobs want to look at it. Well, lo and behold, you end up on the shit end of the stick. And it ain't right, because you are out here, your experiences are valid. The stuff where you have a different opinion than me, you're allowed. All right, so my ride's here. I'm gonna get on a bus. We're gonna go to a parts store. Are you gonna be such a fucking pain? You are somebody's weird dog. Cause that,
Hey, down with the no jumping.
Oh, she had her tongue out the whole time. She was like, "Eh."
I know. Why does she
She
do
has
that
a
though?
tendency to get black eyes, though. And
She has an
got
angry
such a
bark,
hard
and that
head.
ain't it. Oh my
No,
god.
that's cool. They're happy. That's good.
I was in California, and this one guy, he played sax on the street, and he was drunk as hell. And he came up and he just
Why
started
she's
loving on her.
being weird now.
And the next thing I know, he's got a bloody nose. I'm like,
She
I
was like, wham.
yeah. I'm like, he's like, no, it's cool. That was awesome. I'm like, all right. I'm glad I'm not that drunk, but
Right? Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Anyway,
It's so long since you
lots
went
of
from
people have
down in the
opinions.
dark. You're in a park and they had
They're
those
allowed to have their
railroad
opinions.
ties
But
between the pavement and the grass.
a lot of this stuff to you guys comes across as conspiracy theories. We still have people arguing over
Fuck, hit that thing.
the Epstein thing. Well,
Smash it, man. Suck.
what I'm focused on is things right here where I'm at. Places where I can make a difference, here in person, where it matters. The first responder isn't the person who you call. You see it. The fact that you're making the call makes you the first responder. Sometimes you got to make a split-second decision. Do you have time to call 911? Dial it on the way out the door if that's what you got to do. If you don't have time to pull out your phone, it's a split-second thing, well, fuck your phone. Do what it takes.
Right. It's pretty sweet.
When it comes to, you know, people getting killed over conspiracy theories and all that, like, if it can be proven, it's not a conspiracy theory. Anyway, it's good to be with you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper. No victim left behind.
I can't ride it, so I don't even pay attention to it. They won't let the dog.